How you guys doing? My name is Fuchs-Stengel. I'm the executive director of an organization called MEVO, or the Mahwah Environmental Volunteers Organization. And you guys are here today at our Fresh Fruits Farm, which is a 2-acre sustainable farm here in Mahwah, New Jersey. It's a community farm, which means we are managed and led entirely by volunteers, mainly people from the ages of 18 to probably like late 20s. So our volunteers are mostly young people. And this farm is a community-led effort. So we grow fruits and vegetables here, we do educational programs, we raise honeybees, we operate a greenhouse, we do a whole bunch of different agricultural projects with a sustainability mindset with people that want to get their hands dirty and get back to the land.
And Eric, why is it so important that we actually care about sustainability? And I want to be pointed with this because everybody says it, right? Oh, schools want to be green, organizations want to have green advertisement to improve their profits. Why should we truly care about sustainability for more than just the hippie hugging a tree thing, right? Because I think all of us vibe with that, or a lot of us do, but it's something now that, you know, has really come to this almost this head, you know, around the world. Sustainability. Why is it not just a buzzword? What does it mean to you? Why should we really care?
Sustainability today isn't, you know, it has a lot of different perspectives on it.
Right.
You have the down deep in your heart stuff, which is the realization that if we don't have a sustainable world, we won't have a good future for future generations. We won't have a world that we want to pass on to our children and grandchildren. So the work we do here at MEVO is a lot of that focus, which is how can we grow food, fruits and vegetables, raise honeybees in a way that passes them on to future generations, which leaves the earth, the soil, the planet in a better place than a worse place by our practices. And how can we empower young people here at this farm to go on to a life that they want to actually live, feel fulfilled, and also create a positive impact on the world rather than a negative. The flip side of that too is that if you look at sustainability as a concept, it's on the cutting edge of technology today. I mean, sustainability is quite literally the newest advances in farming, the newest advances even in the ideas of like economics with B corporations and sustainable development.
Yeah, well, can you tell our audience what a B corporation is?
Yeah, B corporations are triple bottom line businesses. Yes. So they're corporations that don't just operate for profit, they operate for people, planet, and profit, if I remember that correctly.
You do, yeah.
And the idea with the B Corp is you're running a business successfully, but you're doing it with a much different lens than just a money-driven perspective.
Right, and if we do take in consideration the amount of money it would take and the amount of finance it would take to actually pollinate all the flowers out there, or fix all the carbon and produce that oxygen, we're talking about true capitalism. It's
impossible. You can't. So people like to talk about honeybees and say, well, if honeybees die off, we'll come up with a little like robot that will pollinate everything.
Super tiny drone, like
impossible. Bees quite literally pollinate not just our fruits and vegetables, but everything. The forest, every little thing that puts out a flower in this beautiful world is pollinated by bees. So to have something made to do that is really an impossibility. Now I like the idea of technological advancement as well. I like the idea of trying to do that, but I would be hard pressed to see someone actually come up with a way to do it. But needless to say, we're here at MEVO. We're all about inspiring the idea of like innovation and creative thinking too. So if people want to look into that come out of our organization, we're all about it. I mean, young people should be getting their hands dirty, and also at the same time getting their brains engaged in things that are actually empowering and things that make them think differently than other people, and that's what we try to inspire here.
Right, and I think we're going to take a tour down here, some of the farm, and as we're walking, you see all these raised beds. They've done a beautiful job of this. I'm thinking about corporate America, right? I'm thinking about Google, I'm thinking about Samsung, I'm thinking about your average everyday mom and pop shop, and they care about sustainability because when it comes down to it, we're talking about saving money, right? We're talking about LED lights that mimic the sun, that use less electricity, wind turbines, solar panels. This is not only the future, this is the present.
Right.
You know, there's what, over 250,000 people employed by the solar industry alone. That's more than coal in the US.
Totally.
You know?
And it's important to think about this too. Sustainability is a mix of kind of these older knowledge that we've had for generations, bringing in a technological focus. So let's apply that here to the farm if you want to think about it. So we are farming today on a 1/3 of an acre plot. So in other words, we have 2 acres of farm here, 2 acres of property, but the actual in-ground raised beds, which you see behind me, make up about 1/3 of an acre. So maybe you could say anywhere from, probably we have around like 17,000 square feet of actual physical growing space in ground raised beds. And we're gonna generate on this specific plot of land, probably around $35,000, which is a